Oh, why, hello there. I'm not holding the cup properly, am I? Oh well. Hello. Welcome back to this lovely, lovely show. What always fascinates me with many things is how many do not. Oops, sorry. Tracking's being a bit weird tonight. Anyway, something that always fascinated me is pretty much how certain things are the way they are and how we don't truly understand how things truly work. Take magic, for instance. We don't truly know how it always works. We do know how it works in certain ways, but we will never know how it truly works. On that note, we're going through that today. Welcome to More Than You Believe, as we go and look at the way that mirrors are used in the unusual and profound. Shall we go exploring? I think we shall. Come with me, and we will explore this idea, or see what they say on what it is to be used for. Sorry, I don't really have a cameraman, so... Okay. Also, look, say hi to the dragon. Actually, we'll get him in the shot, too. He's famous. Well, he's not really famous, but... yes, he's a good one. Oh, damn it. Cookie. Now, as I was saying, before I got distracted with the dragon, so here we go. We're looking into the most mysterious of things for a little bit of abnormalities. Some fun times for some stuff. We are going to pretty much, it's on mirrors with the basics of mirror magic. Ooh, this is going to be interesting because a lot of people kind of don't really understand that in the olden days, I mean, it still happens today, of course, but back when mirrors were a little bit less scarce, I should say, and they used certain materials for mirrors, sometimes there was some stuff that was very unusual for certain things. I don't really mess with this type of stuff, but I think we'll find it fascinating to see what people, I wouldn't even say come up with, I would just say what witches and all of them that dabble in the magics, see what they use them for. Shall we find out? I think we shall. Oh boy, this is going to be crazy. All right. Mirrors are both simple, uncomplicated tools of magic. Through ages, they have been used for scribing, searching for the truth, finding your personal unknown, and as portals. Oof, I don't know if I like that last part, but let's see what happens. Well, I hope nothing does happen. Technically, the very devices we use technically could be considered black mirrors for all we know. I digress. Let's move on. They have been also used to protection spells to reflect evil energies back to its sender. In occult, there is also the concept of black mirror, the different ways to create one yourself. Oh, that sounds a bit weird. Well, let's continue. Even though most of the mirror magic is pretty harmless, you can also drive a bit too deep, so to say. Then again, it's magic. Things are supposed to get creepy and even dangerous every now and then. Well, I mean, that goes for most things. I think we all need a little bit of excitement in our lives, yes. Note self, please do not do this stuff. This is just for educational purposes only, and you were warned. So, be careful. Oh, look at that. Exactly, be careful. But not too careful. Sometimes looking at your demons eye to eye or facing your presence by feeling them is the best thing that can happen. Ugh. I don't even know if this was a good idea. You know what? Screw it. I've already started the video. Let's just do this anyway. Now, take this all with a grain of salt. Like I said. And don't go looking for this. This is just an educational video. Here we go. And no, this is not going to be as long as last time. Oh, okay. And hello there. Please feel free to drop a comment if you wish. Here we go with the next section. A mirror reveals our reality. This is going to be interesting. Which type of reality? There's so many. I digress. We'll move on. Sorry, I'm trying not to get sidetracked by certain things. A mirror is a handy yet cruel tool. It is simply and easy to acquire, yet it tends to reveal our true nature. It has been said that it is harder to lie if you're looking at yourself from a mirror at the same time. I've never heard that one before. That's interesting. I've actually never heard that one before. I guess you learn new things every day. The interesting thing is that when watching ourselves from a mirror, what we see is a mirror image. You don't actually see ourselves the way others do. And what we see is what we choose to see. What we focus on. Our mirror's image is a reflection of our reality. And what we see in the mirror is not a common reality, but how we interpret and reflection. We, blah, 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 excuse me. It's what, actually. What do you see when you look into a mirror? Are you seeing yourself as a whole, or are you obsessed with a small imperfection? You may choose to see a person with a big nose and an ink, or a person with elegant brows, a beautiful smile, and eyes that reveal magical wisdom inside. No, I can't. If this... Wait, hold on. I think I need to blow this up. I'm going to pull this up here, actually. Sorry. One moment. No, I can't if these things are a fact. Interesting quotation. I think many, actually, I'm going to stop here for a moment. I think many individuals run across this in a way of when they say, no, I can't if these things are a fact, is pretty much a reflection upon which that your self-confidence, upon which of your own being, you have a hard time understanding and seeing at times. Because I think we all have those moments of self-confidence where, well, we don't really feel like we're good enough, but at the same time, we try to see from the perspective of those around us that try to lift us up. I'm sorry to get distracted. It's a very unique little phrasing here upon this of the very thing of, no, I can't. I mean, just that exact little section right there. Because sometimes we can't accept the things or the facts upon which it's not of who we truly are, but of how we are seen as such as if as if somebody else from another person's perspective of ourselves. In other words, as such, I would say, picture a house, and like you're not able to go into this house because it's somebody else's house, so you can't really tell from the perspective of them because you're not in there to help them out with whatever they need to do. All you see is through the windows and the doors. Henceforth, for this little phrase right here is exactly the same. You might see a lovely house on the outside, but on the inside it might be a rat nest of just many things. Not saying that in a way upon which of degrading, it's just more of a way of perception, for everybody has their own path. Sorry for getting sidetracked. Let us move on. Well, it is also a fact that I have brown birthmarks on my cheeks. This is just an example, by the way. This is just a perfect example of some things. So, brown birthmark on my cheek. So this person has a brown birthmark on one of their cheeks. My nose is very asthmatic and tilts to the other direction, so it's a little wompy. I have a bleeding iris mole on my eye. How the? Huh? Oh, iris, bleeding iris. Huh? A bleed? Oh. Oh, that actually sucks. Everybody has those. Well, not has those, but okay, I digress. We gotta keep on. But when you look at me, are those the things that you see? No, me neither anymore. Why? Sorry, just the comment is literally in, and I quote, magic bitches. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get sidetracked. It's just that was funny. Okay, moving on. So, whether it was about our subjective or individual reality or unknown realms of the universe, mere magic is an excellent way to do. Really, people? Shadow work? Improve your self-awareness, face your demons, or perform scrying. I feel like this is going to be a weird video. But then again, this has to be the abnormal, the unknown. I love exploring the unknown. So, we go exploring. Just like what we're doing here. Okay, next one, we got a lovely little picture here. Oh dear, I don't know if I like this. This looks a little... Hold on. Let go. It grabbed onto the other one. Okay, we have strange faces in the mirror illusion. What can you expect from mere magic? This is gonna be weird. I tell you right here, right now, do not try these things at home. This is just for educational purposes only. Deformed skull. Creepy. I don't know what I would frickin' do if I saw that. Ooh, creepy. Moving on. Okay. Apparently there's an article here. Maybe I should have actually put the website in. Actually, I'm glad I didn't put the website actually in the comments at all. But let's move on, shall we? So, apparently there's an article of Strange Faces in the Mirror Illusion Department of Psychology, University of Urbino, via somewhere in Italy. Apparently they did it looks like one of the universities in Italy actually did a little test with this back in May of 2010. By a Governini B. Capitu. Capitu? Forgive me, I probably butchered that. Anyway. Describes a study in which about 50 naive individuals were given a task to gaze their reflections at the mirror for 10 minutes. Ugh. That sounds daunting regardless. After the session, the participants was asked to write down what he or she saw in the mirror. Okay, this is an interesting experiment. Okay, the participants' experiment was a bit different resulting, but there were also some similarities. The participants saw things such as, we have section A, huge deformation of one's own face. 66% of them stated this. Section B, a parent's face with traits changed. 18% saw 18% of them, of whom 8% were still alive and 10% were deceased. Oh, that sounds crazy. Moving on. Section C. An unknown person. 28% said that they saw that. Section D. And hold on. Archetypal face? It's spelled out excuse me. ARCHETYPAL. Face. I've actually never heard of that type of description of a face. Such as that of an old woman, a child, or a portrayant, or a portrayant of an associate, an assistant. Blah, blah, blah. English is hard sometimes. This is BS. Oh, ancestor. Oh, bleh. 20% saw that. An animal's face, such as that of a cat, pig, or lion. Oh, wow. 18% said they saw that. Maybe I should try this test. No. We're not doing this stuff. No, just read this. We're not testing any of this shit later. Section F. Fantastical and monstrous beings. 48% say they saw that. Wow, 48% say that they saw monstrous beings. Interesting. Very interesting. Moving on. Okay. The Capito. I really am butchering their last name. Let's just say the individual that did the study also described the surrounding in his study. Describes the surroundings in his study. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Okay. These observations were made in a quite quiet room, dimly lit by a 25 incandescent light. The lamp was placed on the floor behind the observer, so that it was not visible either direct or in the mirror. So it was directly behind them. Oh, wow, that's an interesting thing. Okay. A relatively large mirror of 0.5 meters by 60.5 meters. So, what is that? Hold on. That's a tall ass mirror. Jeez. 0.5 meter. Isn't that like a 1.5 feet? And then I don't think it's 60. I think it's probably 6.5 because 60.5 is like big. I don't think it was that. It must have been 6.5 meters because I mean, you got like a 1.5 feet, which is roughly here, and then let's see, 6.5 would be 3 feet to every 1 meter. That's 18 tall. 19.5 meters tall. Why would it be that big? Ugh. Okay, then. That's a big mirror. Okay. Was placed about 0.4 meters in front of the individual, so about 1 point. Oh my gosh. It was at least about a little bit over a foot away from the individual, in front of them. Observer luminance of the reflection face image within the mirror was about 0.2. What the hell is CD? I've never heard of that one before. And this level allowed the detailed perception of fine face traits, but attenuated color perspection. The illusion occurred even at higher levels of illumination of observing faces, from 0.2 to 1.6. What the hell is the CD thing? I almost want to know what the hell the CDMY with 2 dots above it and 2. I actually have never heard of that type of measurement. That is a measurement, but I've never heard of it. I almost want to look that up. See what it says. Actually, no, I'm not going to stop the show. I'll do it at the end of the show. We'll look that up at the end of the show. I'll remember that. Okay. To summarize it, what you can expect from a mirror gazing is to see something else than your own normal reflection. You know that there are some videos out there of this type of actual phenomena. Some of them are not fabricated. Some are actually more real than we understand, and we'll never truly understand it. Moving on. But what about types of magics where you aren't looking? Could you use mirror magic without actually looking into the mirror? Yes. It isn't only about using your vision, but about reflecting energies and opening portals. This does not sound good. Ugh. I'm going to say it again. Please do not try this at home. This is just educational purposes only. And sometimes it isn't even you who is supposed to look into the... Oh, that's creepy. It isn't even supposed to be the individual to look into the mirror. That's creepy. Whew. Okay, moving on. Next section. Oh, we've got the version of reality bending. Oh, these are fucking great. Okay. This is an interesting picture. I know it seems weird, but I will tell you right here, right now. If you ever, and I repeat, if you ever see a mirror next to a tree in the middle of the damn woods, get the bloody hell out of there immediately. Because what you will be standing next to is a portal. And if you dare go in, you will never be seen again. Because the moment you step into that area, you won't know which mirror it is upon which to go back in. Because the one upon which that you step into and out of into the next area will close behind you. And then around it will be an infinite number of the same mirror where you must find the way out. I'm just letting you know, never go into a mirror in the middle of the woods. You won't come back. And I'm not being funny on that. A trickster like iron wire spirit pulling a string from a mirror. Interesting illusion. Mirrors in protection magic. This is going to be interesting. Mirrors can be used for protection and binding spells. They send evil deeds and negative energies back to their senders. Think about it like light. When a light hits a mirror, the mirror's reflection reflects the light back. The principles of the protective mirror magic are similar. The mirror acts as a shield that reflects the energy back. Actually, I will admit, that type of magic is real. I've actually, many years ago, I actually dated a witch, actually. She did try a few things, but when your mother knows a few tricks around the trade, your mother knows a few tricks around the trade. My mother's not a witch. She just knows a thing or two. Just saying that my mother actually assisted in removing any of the curses that that woman was trying to do on me. By putting a mirror face down under my bed. I didn't even know that she did that, and then she told me about it years ago after I broke it off a while ago. Just like, oh, so that's why nothing hit me. Moving on. Catapromancy. Oh my gosh, catapromancy? Really? Oh, it's scrying. This is scrying on mirrors, with mirrors. I've only ever heard of this. I've never read about it. So this is going to be a first for me. Be interesting if it's going to be a first for you. But here we go. Come on. Okay. So, blah blah blah. Blah. I can say this. Come on. Spit it out. Captromancy, or also in Greek, Patopraton. or mirror, or divination. Oh, wow, this is going to be interesting. Is a form of mirror magic. It's technically scrying down with mirrors. Scrying is a relative of clairvoyance, augury, or divination. It refers to the practice of looking at an object to receive a message or vision. So this is where that type of magic comes from. I've always wondered about that. You know, how you see it in the movies. Although the movies don't really always have it correct. They're close, but they're always a bit too flashy. That's why Hollywood's a bit over the top sometimes. Still, they do get it pretty correct, but it's not as correct as it should be. So, in scrying, the intention is to see deeper, to get visions or messages, or to gain inspiration, guidance, and revelation. And the objection could be, for example, a crystal ball. Note to self and to all that are watching, if you ever get a crystal ball, keep it somewhere in a dark room. And I'm not saying because there's spooky stuff. No, I'm saying because when the damn sun hits it, you have a damn chance of a fire. So always, like, if you ever do get a crystal ball, even if it's a tiny little one, put it in a place where the sun won't really hit it. Just a little piece of advice. Okay. Catoptromacy is scrying in which the chosen medium is a mirror. Sometimes you may also hear people speaking about captromancy, oh wow, another different word, or enoptromancy, and they mean the same thing. There's 3 definitions to this one thing? Okay, then. Okay. Apparently there's a little side note here. I guess we'll read this. Quote, before the Temple of Care, Seers at Petraeus, there was a fountain separated from the temple by a wall, and there was an oracle, very truthful, not for all events, but for the sick only. The sick person let down a mirror, suspended by a thread, till its base touched the surface of the water, having first prayed to the goddess of offering incense. Oh, so this is during the this is during the Greek days, but this is interesting regardless. Then looking into the mirror, and he saw the presage of death or recovery, according as the face appeared fresh or healthy or of ghostly aspect. Oh, interesting. So apparently there was a section where they were able to tell if somebody was going to die or not of their sickness. That's interesting. That was end quote. Pausanias, an ancient Greek traveler. Interesting. Okay. If we look at the movies or read... Wasn't I just talking about movies? That's funny. And fairy tales. I'm sorry. I'm just a little amused by that. That's all. Oh, that's hilarious. It would be easy to think that the main way to use catoptromacy, scrying, is to look into the mirror, ask a question, and wait for the answer. Sure, this can be done, and the answer could be seen in the mirror, or the message could be received as one other way, but this most likely will provide inefficient, especially if you are an inexperienced practitioner. Like I said, this is for educational purposes only. Do not do any of this unless you have a teacher. Did something just move near me? Well, that wasn't creepy. Moving on. Okay. I'm actually going to move over here. One more. Sorry, I'm getting more centered in the room. Okay, so another thing that is common is the thought that the mirror itself is a magical object. I think so too, but from Crystallide's points of view, that's a weird word. It is our mind that harnesses that tool. An idiot can take a mirror and ask a question, but the outcome, if you get any response, is up to you and how far you are willing to go. I'm sorry, that was actually kind of funny. Oh my gosh. But it's true, you know. Any fool can try to ask a question, but then again, they're not really going to get the answer that they're seeking because they're ill-experienced or just not aware of how it works. Are you looking at the camera? Are you looking at the camera? Yes, head pats. Head pats, yes. Okay, where we go? Sorry, got distracted. The dragon's looking at the camera. It's so cute. Okay. Give me this. Okay, here we go. Moving on. So, here we go. We are continuing. What I would recommend is to treat mirror magic just as seriously as a strong magic, as any strong magic. I will admit, mirror magic, it is a strong thing. I've never done it myself because I know what it can prevail in is the downside. It's something that is very, you don't want to trifle with it. That's why I'm warning. I'm saying this very, very cautiously. Don't do this at home. This is educational purposes only. Okay. You should prepare as you would prepare to a ritual. Well, we're not really doing a ritual in here. We're just speaking about the unknown just to see where it goes. I would prefer fasting or even seek altered states of mind. A glass of wine would be just enough. Or you may need more. Like a glass of wine. Just like, I don't know, glass of wine, dude. Sorry. Got a little drink next to me. Just a drink. In any case, you are to prepare for your scrying. This is how it is more likely that you can actually get answers instead of just keep watching Netflix while waiting for your pocket mirror to tell if you're selfish, if your selfie is hotter than your friends. Who made this article? Because that's actually funny. Oh my gosh. And that's a very redundantly dull question. Making me famous. Screw fame. The only reason why I'm doing this is because I just like to do this. I just enjoy I enjoy to talk. I enjoy reading. I enjoy educational things in a way of mysterious or scientific and bringing it to people who wish to watch. If you wish to watch, cool. I'm not in it for fame or anything like that. I'm just here to just do it because I enjoy doing this. The other stuff just benefits. You can, of course, do more impulsive mirror magic, but be sure that things are under control. Sometimes the mirror captures us. Did you hear that? Let me repeat. Sometimes the mirror captures us. If you get captured by a mirror, or should I say you decide to dabble into this. Oh, and there's an ending of this instead of us using the mirror, of course. But let me bring that point up real quick. Is this. If you get caught up in something like that, where It's hard to explain when it comes to the capturing piece. How do I put this? Captivation in a way where if you're trying to face something upon which that you know is bothering you and something else reaches out and offers you something, get the fuck out of the house immediately and call a priest or a shaman, because you'll need somebody to help remove what came out. Moving on. Here we go. Another very dangerous little trick right here is called the two mirror facing each other. I like to call that the infinite. Anybody ever seen that one video of the elevator where it's the two mirrors on either side and the father is videotaping his son all happy and go lucky, and all of a sudden, way off about 3 or 4 panels down, the son doesn't look like his son at all. Yeah, that's a creepy little video. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, mirror magic is not... It's a dangerous thing. Well, yes, it's dangerous. Okay, if two mirrors face each other, the image is reflected from one mirror to the other and back endlessly, also called the infinite. This image demonstrates how it looks like inside the mirror you see the same image repeatedly. I mean, I you know what? Fine, I'll bring it forward. Infinitely. How creepy would that be? Infinite. Now, moving on. So, two mirrors placed facing each other are considered risky. Like the example I just gave. Especially if you are in a place that has a lot of spiritual activity. If you believe in such, you can think of spirits, demons, bad vibes, mental illness, or whatever suits you. Your worldview on this case. I like how they put that, actually. You could think that one mirror creates one portal and two mirrors create two portals, but no. When two mirrors are mirroring each other, the image formed in them bounces endlessly. Mirror 1 mirrors mirror 2, which mirrors mirror 1, mirroring mirror 2, mirroring mirror 1, mirroring mirror 2, and so on. Back and forth. Quite a mind fuck. Indeed. Now, here we go. Those who believe in spirits and entities believe that this creates several unwanted portals, multiplying their power and opening more portals. While doing that, anything stepping out of these portals could enter the mid-space between the mirrors. Creepy indeed, eh? Yes. What was that noise? Oh, my phone went off. I'll look at that in a bit. Really? He's cozy there. At hiking. Looks like I lost a viewer. I always lose viewers. I don't care. Moving on. Like I said, if this ever takes off, cool. If it doesn't, cool. I'm not really here for fame or fortune. I'm just here just to be here. Okay. Not all crystallides believe in spirits. What the hell is crystallides? I really don't know. I'm just going to move on. So I'm going to offer you perhaps a more down-to-earth example of what facing mirrors may cause. Now, this is going to be an interesting thought. Let's find out. and see what their interpretation is, which is perfectly fine. First, I will explain a bit about the backgrounds. Personally, I perceive the effect of two facing mirrors being most of all about different realities happening inside of our minds. And according to our subjective realities, what happens inside our minds is real for us. Subjectively, degree, yes and no. But let's move on. Have you ever disassociated, felt detached from reality and yourself? Have you looked at yourself from the mirror when this happens? If yes, you also probably know that looking at yourself while disassociated can cause your state of mind to change into anything. That sounds creepy. For me, it is often either hypnotic and trance-like or scary as fuck, as I feel like someone else is watching me and I am not seeing myself. Haven't we all had that type of a feeling? Where we look into the mirror and we don't know what's really staring back, do we? Moving on. Another way to get to this state would be under certain substances. When you're looking at yourself from the mirror and it seems that the mirror is far, far away, and you're looking at the weird pixie with pupils size of a plate. Oh, that's kind of creepy. Ugh. Ew, that's kind of creepy to think about. Staring back at you. Okay, maybe most of you haven't experienced the latter anyway. Jeez. Whew. Wonder what... It sounded a bit much, didn't it? And welcome back, third viewer, whoever you are. Even if you haven't experienced these, you probably have seen seen movies where the characters freak out because of their mirror images. Now, take this effect, dissociation, effects of drugs, or any altered mind state, and now think that you are looking at yourself from a mirror that is facing another mirror. Seeing that scary image multiplied, the consequences for your mental health, can be predictable. It is easy to get lost in this kind of reality portal. Oof. That sounds like a very bad, moment for anybody. In the 70s, it became a thing to desecrate places with facing mirrors because they made spaces look bigger. However, nowadays, general house decoration guides tend to warn not to do this because of this critical bouncing image. Really? I never knew that. Should I go buy a big mirror? I'm joking. I wouldn't do that. Those are dangerous. I found this mirror in an antique shop. Oh, dude, that would... Oh, actually, that's a bad idea. I actually have no... Hold on. Yeah, I've got nowhere to put that. Ugh. I don't even think I would want that, actually. Yeah. Plus, I think a mirror from an antique shop would be expensive. Big bills. Okay, not thousands, but at least hundreds. Okay, now, moving on to the final section. We have Black Mirror. Mirror magic and the Black Mirror. That's not creepy. I'm gonna close that box. Hold on. Fine, I'll say it. What I just closed is a box, and inside the box is a black mirror wrapped in bubble wrap, face down. And the box was a little open. Like I said, that's not creepy. And I'm about to read about black mirrors. Moving on. Black mirror is a tool that is used, for example, in scrying, geotane rituals for evasion, and searching for your personal unknown. And just FYI, mine will stay in the box until I need, in other words, to use to break things, such as curses and such. My phone keeps going off. Okay. Some consider it to have a bit of a controversial nature, but I think it's too pretty common magic. A black mirror often is a plate of glass that is painted glossy, black from other side. It can also be made from black glass. Completely. Wow. The main point is to look into the dark reflection, not just a couple of minutes, but a session with the black mirror gazing could take, for example, 20 minutes. I don't like that idea. 20 minutes? What most of the people can expect to start seeing is how their faces start to morph. Ugh. An idle black mirror has enough size so that if you hold it and place it arm's length away, you can still see your face clearly. Smaller than this may not reveal enough. The larger than this pulls your focus on a wider area, but it depends on your skills and purposes. Same thing with size goes with the shape. A round black mirror holds some traditional worth, but it wouldn't worry about the shape too much. You can also make a black mirror by pouring waste oil or ink on a silver tray. If you don't have a glass plate, disc, or a silver tray, you could use a black bowl that you fill with water. Oh boy, that's not creepy. In nature, you could use the surface of a lake during nighttime. What the fuck? What's going to the woods at night like that? You must be sick in the head. Ugh. Ugh. And if you are very Perthonius, or spirited, you could look at the glossy surface of a You can look at the glossy surface of a TV. She's not wrong on that last part. Because if you actually turn off TV, it technically is a black mirror. Crazy. Moving on. Moo. Sorry. Just literally the word more is right there. Sorry. Trying to make jokes. More than focusing on how a black mirror created, I encourage you to think about its metaphysical meaning. Here we go into the nitty-gritty. Especially for you. As a chrysalid. What in the world is a damn chrysalid? Okay, I've got to look this up. I'm sorry, give me a minute. What the... bollocks is a crystallite? One moment. I have to Google this because I am curious to see what that word really is. Oh, Crysa. Where the bollocks is my mouse? Hiding. What? Really? You're not going to give me an actual definition? Late 18th century form of Latin crystal. Dude, they're not giving me much here. Overuse time for crystal. Dude, come on. What is the definition? There's really not much here. What the hell? That's creepy. Sorry to do this real quick, but it's just... Wow, I'm not really finding much on the meaning. Definition. Okay, here we go. Hold on, I found some. Lucy, stop. There's not much on this, actually. This word. What the hell is this word? First known use of this word is 1777. I want to know what the damn... Dude, well, sentence, something else. Dude, do I really have to grab the dictionary for this? All right, I'm going to grab the dictionary for this, but later, because, yeah, I'm going to grab the dictionary for that later, but for now, we're going to continue. Sorry, just that word's bugging me, but I'll look up the definition later. Okay. The concept of a black mirror means the inverse reality. Inverse reality? Huh? A black mirror is a connection point where exciting and non-exciting become infinite. Hold on. What the hell are you doing, Lucy? My cat went underneath my desk. Dude, if you step on the keyboard, you might do something. I gotta make sure that I gotta make sure this thing's still streaming. Sorry, my cat's being a dipstick. Okay, moving on. Wow, that's creepy. My cat's freaking over there. Okay. A black mirror is okay, exciting and non-exciting. A simple way to use the black mirror is to stare at it. Open your mind and allow it to show you its truths. I don't know if I like that. If you have ever watched the TV series Black Mirror, perhaps the title of the show now opens to you. The series shows us disturbing events and horrific visions of reality. And when the show ends and you turn your TV off, you see your black mirror. That's funny. You see your black mirror. Okay, we're almost there. Mirrors in the dark arts. Oh, Lord, here we bloody go. Somebody said it's dark, it's evil. No. Nothing. This is a mirror is not really an evil tool. Not really a good tool either. It's kind of in the middle. The connection between mirrors, your identity, reality, yourself, and your self-image are strongly tied together. This is why mirror magic in dark arts can be used to confuse those topics. Some hexing shenanigans can be done, for example, by leaving two small mirrors in someone's house. That's mean. Although I think handful of us as kids used to probably. You remember those one mirrors where in the bathroom it was like 1, 2, and 3, and then we would freaking do this just for fun. Yeah, I guess we must have unintentionally hexed ourselves. Sorry, I'm trying to make a funny joke. Anyway, that wasn't even funny. Sorry. Okay, for example, by leaning, facing each other's. Okay, or you can curse a mirror and then leave it or gift it to a person who you want to confuse. That's fucked. But remember, mirror magic is often very abstract. Just like our minds, it is not the same as breaking someone's leg. A broken leg is something concrete that a doctor can fix, but the mind, not so easy. Like with all the dark arts, be very sure that you want to perform. I love how that's kind of a question in the back, because we don't really want to do that. Okay, we are down to the epilogue. Epilogue. Mirrors are a brilliant tool for many kinds of magic. Even if you are more Prothonius or oriented, they offer an interesting tool to explore the depths of your mind. Whether it's in inborn hallucinations or an entity that you see in the mirror, or at least some of the people get very concrete results. This is what makes mirrors a great tool for chrysalide, some term from the from 1777. They bring you closer to reality shaping. The mirrors are everywhere, so go and practice. No. I'm not finishing that statement. There's a name there. Yeah. I'm not saying that name. I already know that that's not a good thing to say. Like I said, do not try to practice any of this type of magic. It is dangerous. Profoundly dangerous. But I will admit, it's fascinating. But don't go dabbling. It can cause many problems. Sure, you might get some odd answers for certain things. But we've got to be careful about that. You know? I mean, for some of this stuff, some people would call it, some people might even call it a conspiracy, because it's something that they don't know. Maybe science might call it a theory. Or maybe perhaps it's just more than you believe. Thank you. Take care now.